for more.
Here with Mario Cantone as we complete night 4 of 5 nights of creepy cinema.
Yep.
This is Hitchcock and De Palma. We had Hitchcock with Suspicion now from 1978. Brian De Palma directs
The Fury,
Yeah.
which was his film after Carrie. And it's not Carrie, it's not Blowout. But I love this movie because I love the cast. I think it's just very heightened. It's very bonkers. And I think it has some really good performances in it. It's crazy. There's a lot of stuff that you go, what? But
Yeah, I mean, okay, I get it. Like, it's not, first of all, as evidence, I hope, by this next sentence is going to be how much I like Brian De Palma.
Yeah.
It's not Carrie, it's not Blowout, it's not Body Double, it's not Sisters, it's not Obsession, it's not the first Mission Impossible, it's not The Untouchables.
I like it better than Body Double, but go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like in an effort to get wherever you wanted to go with the blending of the cool sci-fi stuff with like a revenge story of Kirk Douglas had his son either abducted or killed. And he's trying to find out, get to the truth. That we don't really have any characters who we actually understand what is driving them. Douglas is driven by revenge, but even he seems to me incomplete.
I don't think you can take it that seriously. I think you have to just kind of go along for the ride.
But if you
and if you do, it's really good.
But if we're set up at the beginning, and right at the beginning of the film is a terrorist attack in Israel, right? Except we learn very quickly that it might not be as it seems.
Yes, and the score by John Williams. I think it's one of the only times that John Williams worked with Brian De Palma.
Yeah,
it's a operatic, beautiful score.
It's a great score, yeah.
And it's as big as the movie is. And Amy Irving is hot and fantastic in this. I think this is one of her best performances. I think she's so good in this.
Yeah,
really
she is beautiful in this.
She really gives 100%. It's crazy.
She, I think, is the most fully developed character. I think more than Douglas. I think more than Cassavetes. Andrew Stevens, who plays Douglas's abducted son.
He's pretty good in it, though.
He is pretty good in it, yeah. And Carrie Snodgrass is also pretty good in it. She's also excellent in it as Douglas's girlfriend and helper. And then we get the always reliable, always good
Charles Durning.
Yeah, he runs a special hospital for children with special gifts.
Yes.
The Paragon Institute.
Yep, that's right. And, the book was written by John Farris. He wrote the screenplay.
He also wrote the screenplay.
And worked with De Palma on it. And what De Palma changed some things, as you have to sometimes with certain material.
I'm not a director, and I'm so happy I'm not a critic anymore, because I always felt like I was imitating a critic when I was a critic, saying things that other critics said, or like things that other critics said.
Oh, but I know you as Ben Mankiewicz. You're a critic still.
But I lost my place in a couple of moments where I'm like, wait, what's going on? Why is that guy there? What's he doing there? Why is he reacting this way? I also feel like Kirk Douglas had like 6 days, and that was it. And you have Kirk Douglas at top billing here. A lot of scenes without Kirk Douglas.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I think he's pretty great in it, too. I love this movie. Let's watch it, and then we can argue afterwards, okay?
All right, I guess, if that's the way you want to do it.
From 1978, Brian De Palma's The Fury, starring Amy Irving, Kirk Douglas, Andrew Stevens, John Cassavetes, Charles Durning, Carrie Snodgrass, and the list goes on. So watch it.
Back with Mario Cantone. We disagreed here on Brian De Palma's The Fury. I don't think it's terrible. Even close, it held my interest.
Yeah.
Right. I just
there are holes, you're saying.
There were too, I can suspend disbelief a lot. There were too many holes, and when there was a hole where I got confused in the first scene.
But then it moves on, and I think it holds together very, very well. And I also think, Andrew Stevens' character, when he comes back and you see what the Institute is doing to him and what he becomes, I thought that was pretty scary.
Yeah, that was scary.
Pretty great.
There were 2 spectacularly violent deaths.
Oh,
the woman who Andrew Stevens killed, and then John Cassavetes by Amy Irving.
And by the way,
that was a full-on early, that might have been one of the first full-on heads exploding.
Oh, he had 8 or 9 cameras, and they did one take, and it didn't work, and the head and the body parts didn't come at the cameras correctly, so they had to shut down for a week and redo the whole thing. For the second take, they had to wait a week.
And then it worked.
Yeah, and then it worked. Yeah. Carrie Snodgrass dying is, I think, is shocking.
But that's, again,
And that sequence, it's all slow motion. There's music, but there's no sound.
Right, but then Kirk Douglas's reaction was weird. It was
Yeah.
weird. It was just not fully. It was not fully completed.
They killed my son. They killed my son.
So here's the second issue that threw me off.
You have another one?
No, that I'm saying right off the bat, the first scene, I was like, why are those guys shooting at those guys? Who do those guys work
Okay.
for? Right?
You said that. Now next.
Okay. So, repeating ourselves is a problem?
Shut up.
I was unaware that could be, that we could castigate someone
It
for
is
that.
a problem
All right.
repeating yourself over and go ahead. What's the second problem?
The second problem is they're caught in the fog, and Dennis Franz, a Chicago cop, he was a Chicago cop,
Yes.
and he's very protective of his new Cadillac. So at one point, the secret agent's car goes off that pier, and we don't see it explode, but we see the explosion,
Yeah.
which is also a little weird. Apparently, as part of his escape, Kirk Douglas inexplicably drives the Cadillac into the lake, but it doesn't explode because it's a lake. So why did the first car explode?
Because it's an explosion and you need it, and it's a Brian De Palma film. It's exciting.
I'm just saying things like that.
I
When
know
it's
what
too
you're
much, I'm like, well, come on, man, stop breaking the rules. So that's why I don't think it's as good as any of those other Brian De Palma movies, which I
understand
which
what
I
you're
do. I
saying.
didn't even mention Scarface, by the way. So,
I
yeah.
love Scarface. I do. Yeah.
You know, I hadn't seen it. I was excited for it, and I'm still glad I saw it. And I wouldn't even tell someone not to see it. I would just tell them that I had these weird reservations about it. But first of all, I like seeing older Kirk Douglas. Yeah.
And I liked his relationship with Amy Irving. It almost wasn't enough, but I really liked them together. And I think she holds this movie together.
So what do we think?
as
Do we
an
think
actress.
Andrew Stevens, with the eyes turning blue, imparted his powers to Amy Irving there at the end before he died?
Yeah, she's doing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish I could do this to you right now and blow your head off.
And I'm sure you think this too, is that as the godfather of modern American independent cinema, nobody touches John Cassavetes, but man, that guy's good in every movie he's in.
He's a hell of an actor.
Hell of an
Always
actor.
was.
Always great.
Great director, great actor.
Really good to see. Interesting. Yeah.
I mean, he got an interesting group of actors in this. I mean, some that he's worked with before, but Cassavetes, Douglas, those are two big names to get for a movie like this.
And also for fans of WKRP in Cincinnati, the abducted father who gets tied up in the house that Douglas is, that's Gordon Jump.
Oh, that's right.
The station manager of WKRP in Cincinnati.
And I also love Charles Durning because he's so conflicted in this.
He is conflicted.
And I think he really plays this character very clearly. And that scene in front of the fireplace, she's the one that died too.
I don't think she died. They said she was in the hospital.
Oh, that's right, she was in the hospital. Yeah.
She seemed very dead.
She seemed dead to me. If she didn't die.
She didn't. She lost a tremendous amount of blood.
She sure
at
did.
the breakfast table.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. Amy pulls that blood out of you. And she pulls the blood out of this performance at the same time.
All right, that's a wrap on the fourth of 5 nights of Creepy Cinema. But Mario, you'll be back next week.
Next week, it's going to be Halloween night with Short, Brunette, and Brutal. That's our theme.
I look forward to it.
Oh, it's going to be a good one.
I'll see you in a week. But for now, stay with us here on TCM. Coming up from 1959, William Castle directs Vincent Price and Daryl Hickman in The Tingler.
Ah, what's on my foot? Ah.
Next on TCM, The Tingler, then Scanners, and later, The Hand. Don't let TCM slip through your fingers tonight.